Here, Troy. He didn't even have a mic in front of him.
I hate puppies.
Like, what'd you do? What are you doing?
It's a good podcast.
I feel threatened.
See that little DJ action?
Do not
there?
adjust your radio.
Yeah, your speakers are fucking up. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Inside the Pallet House, the only podcast dedicated to solving first world problems and hopefully helping you figure out what you should be drinking or eating this weekend.
You're going to keep on with that, huh?
Yeah, I can't find any food stuffs that I want to get, so I just default and panic and buy
I have
a beer.
a thought, but I'll save it.
Wow.
That's a tease in the industry.
Great pod. Fucking super.
Do you want me to say it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Protein bars.
The best protein bars.
Yeah, because some of them taste like assholes.
Yeah.
Some of them are
So-
delicious.
I like protein powders.
I don't think any of them are delicious.
I don't know.
I would say there's some that are better than others.
They tend to go directly in line with how good they are for you. Like you can
Yeah.
put a lot
Oh,
of
yeah,
protein
yeah.
and cover it in chocolate and be like, yeah, protein.
Yeah, there's a
Fine line.
the more it leans to candy bar.
Yeah.
like
Yeah, you can put a bunch of protein
Yeah.
into Snickers and it still tastes like a Snickers.
yeah.
I tell you ever had that cricket protein?
No,
So-
thank you.
Did you try it? Were you on the podcast that night when we?
Can't recall if I did or not. Actually, I think I was
It
here.
was way back, and I bought a bunch of cricket
Yeah.
protein bars, and it was all just ground up crickets, and I wanted to know. And yeah, they're gross.
Yeah. So, spoiler alert.
Yeah, I don't even have to. We don't even have to do this. I tried it. It was bad.
My cheat code is for any of those healthy protein granola whatever bars. I just put peanut butter on them.
It's a safe bet.
I love peanut butter.
It's good protein.
Drizzle melted chocolate on them.
Dude, I drink a lot of protein shakes. Like after every workout, get a protein shake, and I found my brand. It's Ascent. And that's like my go-to. You can get it at Costco, and Costco has vanilla or chocolate. Those are the only two flavors. And chocolate's phenomenal. So I'm all in. Well, then my daughter started after workout. She's like, yeah, protein's a good thing to have in the morning for you. I'm like, yeah, you're not wrong. Help yourself. And then my wife was like, yeah, I need more protein. Like I need to make sure that, I'm feeding my muscles. So now she's eating my protein. So now everyone
Now you're
has
going through it.
and everyone has a fucking opinion.
Oh, yeah.
I had worked through all the Ascent flavors.
Yeah.
I'm a chocolate guy. This was very simple. Then now I've got two more opinions that I value more than mine because I want them to be happy.
Yeah.
That's your problem.
Even though they're more wrong.
Yeah. So now my wife loves mint chip,
Oh.
which is fine.
Mint chip is my wife's favorite, ice cream flavor. And I'm just like, there's peanut butter and chocolate out there, right? Like,
There's
not
a
that
lot of
mint,
things.
not that mint chip is bad, but it's just like toothpaste.
I mean, I like mint chip, but I'm with you. It's not the one I
It's
go,
not
gotta
decadent.
have it.
It's not like, I don't feel like it's a treat.
I think you're getting your hands on some bad mint chip ice cream.
I'm a mint chip guy.
I think peanut butter and chocolate are better. That's
Clearly more rich. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
There's a lot more going on in that. Mint chip feels healthy-ish in its own weird way.
Okay.
Well, why would anyone ever get vanilla if there's peanut butter and chocolate out there?
I didn't argue that.
But, well, you said why would anyone have mint chip?
I do like the occasional vanilla,
I like chocolate and vanilla.
but no strawberry. Neapolitan, you're the one just leaves.
Strawberry's disgusting as an ice cream flavor.
So if I give you a half a gallon of
I
Neapolitan,
won't touch the
there will be
strawberry.
one stripe
Yes.
of pink left.
Yes.
When it's all said and done. That's sad.
100%.
And you'll do that. You'll leave
Oh,
it.
yeah. I'd throw it away. I wouldn't even buy the garbage. Why would I buy that garbage?
But if there was Neapolitan in the house, that's how you would roll.
Yeah, for sure.
What about you, Dave?
I used to be that way, but
and what was the one you would leave?
the strawberry.
No shit.
And I don't crave it, but my cheapness is like, well, I'll just mix a little bit of that in here. It's all
It's just to
right.
get one scoop
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
over the other two.
Yep.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, I always just go, I'll eat it all. I'm fine with that. But I tend to agree. I think that may be my least favorite.
I think it's everyone's least favorite. I would say if you look the sales up, that would probably be the.
Well, based on the way he came at vanilla, I was assuming he was going to leave vanilla.
Well, vanilla
In
is
the bin.
is the most popular flavor in the
A
world.
lot of people think vanilla though is flavorless, which I've always
That's stupid. It's vanilla flavor.
exactly yeah
You have to add a vanilla bean. Ice cream
Yeah.
tastes like cream.
yeah. I
And there's
agree.
Vanilla. It's a flavor.
Ooh, but I bet before they put the vanilla bean in, they just did cream with sugar, and they're like, let's call it vanilla.
No way. They added
No.
vanilla bean. There's no way
Yeah.
it would just cream
Why
and
would
sugar.
that be the flavor you came up with?
I know you're not taking the time to look
I'm just
this up.
wondering what
You're just wrong.
What they called ice cream before they put any flavoring in it.
Ice cream.
Ice cream. And you really put the D on there. Iced cream.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
It wasn't ice
And then
cream.
they were probably like, "Oh, we could put some other shit in here."
Yeah, and then they just moved it to ice cream,
Yeah.
vanilla flavor.
Yeah.
Come on, Dave, you're actually taking the time to look this up?
He doesn't like being wrong, even when he pulls a take out of thin air.
Apparently, well, there's some debate on the first ice cream flavors. So back in ancient China, they had honey or nectar, but then
That adds up.
That makes sense.
like in Europe, apparently chocolate was first in 1693, and then vanilla became a flavor in the 1760s.
Okay, so multiple stabs at first ice cream. The flavor was
Not vanilla.
not vanilla.
But it wasn't just cream flavored.
No, they added, instead of sugar, they added honey,
Yeah.
which is, I don't know if you know this, predominantly sugar.
And not vanilla.
Well, vanilla bees. Oh, is it vanilla bean?
Vanilla bees.
I always thought it was vanilla bees.
Yeah.
I thought it
there's
came
an
from
N on
bees.
there.
It's beans.
Yeah, beans.
No shit.
Yeah.
Vanilla bees.
You learn something new every day.
They're everywhere, dude. Vanilla bees.
So apparently, in the 1840s, a 12-year-old slave figured out how to pollinate vanilla,
Bees.
and it became able to be used for flavoring. That's pretty interesting.
So it wasn't until the 1840s that we were using vanilla as flavoring. Oh no, like mass produced, where we could pollinate it and make it happen.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Look
I'm
at
on the
that.
fly here. There's a lot of words.
You ever make old school ice cream with the old bucket that you put the?
I've never had the opportunity. I would like to.
It's delicious.
Yeah, I
My
feel like it
grandfather
would.
used to make it when I was a child.
What flavor?
Vanilla.
He's wild.
Yeah,
You know they didn't used to make
I
vanilla.
know. He had a special beehive out back.
It wasn't vanilla bees. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, it really wasn't until the 1840s that we really started
Yeah.
being able to, cultivate large swaths of vanilla for iced cream.
It's pretty interesting.
I'm not arguing with you. I'm mocking you a little for even looking it up, but I'm not arguing with you. I just think, what the
so
hell?
you cannot argue on here?
You can not argue and just mock.
Oh, okay.
See, Stu hasn't been here in so long
I know.
that you have forgotten that sometimes you just mock instead of arguing because, come on, we all know you're wrong. We don't need to argue over this.
No.
But we can mock you.
Yeah. Just skip the argue part.
Yeah, it's nice.
Go right to the mocking.
Yeah. I think my whole point was the damn protein.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, now in my house, I have cafe mocha. Just not great.
Yeah.
I have mint chip. You know what flavor I do not have?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. And I get that.
Well, and all that stuff's expensive too.
Not if you buy the chocolate at Costco, which is half the price. You get twice as much for the same price.
Oh, so you had to veer beyond
Not only have I
co.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
yet.
So now you're not getting the.
now I'm ordering it online in their preferred flavor.
You should have it door dashed.
I was going to say, you stepped on my joke. I was going to say, no, knowing his girls, they're like, we could Amazon it, or let's Amazon it to a friend's house and then DoorDash it over to our house.
It's actually the best deal.
Yeah.
The best deal.
And when you drop it off 3 doors down so we can walk down there.
Yeah, I was very happy all by myself.
Yeah.
My chocolate protein shakes in the morning. I was like, hell yeah,
That's
feeling
what you get
good.
for introducing them.
Tried to better them.
Yeah.
And then I said, oh, there are other flavors. I should have shut my damn mouth
Yeah.
and been like,
Yeah.
protein only comes in chocolate.
And you can only get it at Costco.
Yeah. And the vanilla is so bad that I would actually rather pay the double.
I feel
for
like
their
the
flavor.
vanilla's bad in all those protein
Always.
things. Like you got to step all over that to make it even drinkable.
Man, I don't want to cut it.
Not the Bum brand. Chris Bumgardner, I think's his name.
Is that what you're drinking?
Yeah, my daughter swears by it, so I tried it. I'm like, oh, that is really good.
What is bum? How do you spell bum?
BUM.
Yes.
Okay, it's not two M's.
No.
For some reason, I thought it was all right. And this is
And you don't step on it with anything, or you throw like fruits in it.
No, I can drink it with just milk and that, and it's delicious. It's perfect.
Nice.
I just do water.
You could do that too.
Well, Ascent was like, I had done all my research. I was looking for low calories, low carb. Like I didn't
Yeah.
want to add anything to my system outside of protein.
Protein, yeah.
And this was the closest way to do it. And chocolate was great. But no,
You had a good run.
now everything tastes like coffee and caramel. Actually, you know what it tastes? It tastes exactly like coffee Zin.
Ooh.
That's precisely the
Actually,
flavor.
that's not very good.
It's like as soon as I had it, I was like, oh, it's Zin.
Fake coffee.
And it does actually have a little bit of caffeine in it.
Ooh, mix the two. Mix the coffee and the mint.
Throw a Zin in it.
You think I haven't thought about that?
Cut it open.
Yeah.
I want to start cutting them open and just putting them in my drinks in the morning. You want to talk about shitting quick?
Oh, I was gonna say, you talk about running through your system. I think that joker would run clean through you.
Yeah, dude, do a quick bump of some Zin and fucking shoot some protein.
All right,
Like,
I'm going to predict someone's going to come out with Zin tea. It's going to be a thing. They're going to
Nicotine tea.
No, somebody's going to steep bags of Zin in hot water.
well, just do it. That sounds great. And do the coffee one.
Steep tea Zen enemas.
Yep.
I mean, that's a little. We've jumped right past tea. I think we should start with warming it up and just having a sip.
My brother-in-law is an ex-smoker, and he chews the nicotine gum all the time.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize this, but last time I was down there visiting, my sister went out and had to buy him some because he chews it all day, every day. And that shit is really expensive. And I was like, he just needs to start doing Zen. Like,
Yeah.
it's way more affordable.
Way cooler.
Yeah.
The other funny thing is, I think you're not supposed to chew that gum. I think you're supposed to bite down on it and stick it in your lip and leave it there.
Yeah, you chew it until it's malleable, and then you stick it in your lip.
But you make it sound like he's chewing it
I
like
think he's chewing it.
Bubblicious.
First off, if you're going to call it gum, then people are going to chew it. I don't know why that would be your...
No shit.
Right.
We call it nicotine lip putty.
Yeah,
Start calling
exactly.
it that.
Yeah. Nicotine fake dip or whatever. But like, you call it gum.
You do what you know what to do.
I'm going to masticate the hell out of it.
There it is.
Yeah.
By definition. That is literally your job. I mean, yeah, that is kind of interesting because I've read it and it says you chew it up a little and then you stick it in your lip.
Yep.
I didn't know that. I've never tried it. I've never done it. Never read
It's not
up
that
on
good.
it.
It's not that good.
Yeah.
It doesn't hit like Zen.
Yeah. And it's very expensive.
Very expensive. They actually sell it at Costco. It's right over by the protein.
Yeah, I think that's where
It's only
she bought it.
one aisle over.
Yeah.
You should order it online.
Yeah, I'll just see.
DoorDash it.
Let me just see what flavor my wife and kids like.
Whatever flavor you like, it's not that one.
I know that already. It's unbelievable. The amount of bad protein in this house now. I don't even get up.
Is
for
it not even is it not only taste funny, is it not good protein? Because they do come in, there's like different variations and
Oh, the
brands.
Ascent is good.
but
they live in my universe.
so they are using your brand.
Yes,
Okay.
but these particular flavors and the mint chip, apparently, I've noticed the price has been going up. I didn't know this. It's a limited time flavor.
Oh.
Now I'm having to buy it off of like shady fucks on eBay. It's like that's
Well,
the
that's
next
cheaper.
step. No, it's not.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not. It's becoming harder to find.
God, they're like McRibbing your ass, dude. They're like,
Yeah.
here's a little taste. We're gonna pull it back here in a little bit.
I even tried to have the talk. I was like, honey, I literally get twice the size bag for the same price of the chocolate. And I was like, and you like the chocolate, right? Like, let's do it. She goes, it's literally the least favorite of all the flavors that we've tried.
Yeah, I don't know how you thought that was gonna go, but
Make her a chocolate one and then add like 4 drops of peppermint extract.
How about just like some laxatives She's like, that mint chip's been giving me bubble guts. And I'll be
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
try the chocolate. See if it upsets your guts. Yeah, whey protein can
Probably all that artificial flavoring they're putting in the mint one. I read up about that.
Yeah, a lot of stevia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. I thought I had a good thing. I had a good thing going. Now it's not my thing.
Yeah.
It's just my money. But everyone's shredded. They look
Nice.
They look great.
Nice.
You know, good for them. And they look happy in the morning while I just grin and bear it.
So the women are trying to put on weight in your house?
No, well, my daughter's smart. She understands, like, you remember the old thing, you'd start lifting weights and you'd hear people go, I don't want to get too bulky.
Yeah.
I'll let you know a little secret, fellas. Been trying my whole life to get too bulky. Can't do it. And I've done it all. I'm currently on creatine, protein, some weird shit called Testo Prime.
You haven't done it all.
No, I haven't committed to the big one. And then I might get too bulky. I might get too bulky. I haven't committed to the big one. But like, you know, I'm doing ashwagandha, L-aspartame, like all the things that are supposed to help. It just keeps you looking normal.
Oh,
So
you haven't seen people like do all that protein and then not like work out hard enough and just put weight on? I've definitely seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm like actively working through it. My body's using it as it should. Well, my daughter, she never heard that, like, I don't want to get too bulky bullshit. She just like did a bunch of research and she was like, actually, you should be ingesting this amount of protein every day, especially if you're working out. It's going to help your muscles grow. And
Yeah, but you can eat that.
you can. And she like is really good about eating well now. Like, I'm proud of watching what she's doing, but she has no fears of getting too bulky because no one's put
Is
that
she
bullshit.
trying to
No.
build muscle?
No, she does cardio and then she lifts weights because she's like, it's important to have muscle tone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, you're absolutely right. So she's doing it right. And my wife, though, she's like been dieting so much that she's like, I'm going to lose muscle mass if I don't do it. And as women get older, like bone density, you got to lift weights. You're going to be breaking bones when you fall. So she's aware of it. So they're at least they understand they're not going to get bulky from protein.
Yeah.
Now, every night when I inject them with testosterone cypionate, that's going to bulk them up. They're going to have giant traps, back acne.
I don't even know what my son uses, but my oldest son is, working out and lifting weights, and he has a protein shake. Like last thing he does every night, and he has the calorie tracker, and he's at a calorie not deficit, but he's like trying to eat more.
He's trying to bulk.
Yeah, he's trying.
Look how hard it is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's having trouble. Like.
Yeah, it's not as easy as people think. I don't want to get too bulky.
But he's super active. Like your average American isn't, especially your average old person like us. We're not as active as he is.
No, but he's not going to get. You don't get bulky by sitting around eating protein. You get fat.
Yeah.
It's very different. he's active.
Yeah.
He'll be fine. I don't know how the hell we got down.
He'd like to put more on. He just can't. And he's eating to where he's like, ugh.
Oh, I've never had that problem. I can get super big.
Mm-hmm.
There's non-issue for me. I can get gigantic if I want to. Just try not to. See how it goes. Dude. Ovi's going to break
Did
this
he
fucking
score
record.
again?
No, not yet, but
I saw he scored a hat trick the other night.
Yeah, no, he's doing well. So I don't
And he missed a bunch of games this year.
Yeah, the injury. It was unfortunate. I thought that was going to derail it. But he's looking good, man. I think we're actually going to pull this off. Not to talk too much sports, but we're getting fucking close. Like, it could happen this year. Like, right at the end of the year.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
We shall see.
Thought that record would never be broken.
That guy was a loser. Oh, he's the Russian machine never breaks. He's the best. Dude, speaking of too much protein, I've noticed a little change in me. This is not going to be a sexy topic. I've got I'm noticing I'm having. No, it's not that. I'm noticing that I don't tolerate like big old juicy slices of red meat in the way I used to. Like if I get a steak like rare, I'm gonna get bubble guts and shit all over the place. At a tremendous rate. Something has changed in me. I was in Greenville this week. South Carolina, not North.
Yeah.
Big distinction. And I got this like beautiful steak. Ate it, went back to the hotel, and like my stomach just started like turning.
Yeah.
And I dropped a fart that would clear. Like to the point, like your own blend.
Yeah.
You're like, I like my blend.
Usually not disgusted by it.
No. And I was like, what is up with your blend? It was like a stranger came in and shit all over the room. I was like, this doesn't add up at all.
Yeah.
Like I was offended
Yeah.
by this particular blend. I was like, well, it might not be too bad. And then like the gut started hitting and like I dropped a fucking 10, 15 minute Dumb and Dumber sequence. It was unbelievable. And my room stunk the next day.
Oh, Lord.
Like this shit hung in the air like it was a chewy stink.
Oh,
It was unbelievable. And then tonight I went out and I was like, I'm going to get that prime rib. They said it was their specialty. I thought, yeah, man, I might get that. And I'm over here right now in a twisted knot of a human.
wow.
I'm not feeling great. And I noticed this the last time I had like a rare steak. Mm-hmm. And I was like, man, I ended up having a rough night, but I didn't really put two and two together. But now this is 3 episodes in a row.
How spread out are these episodes?
Well, 2 and 3 days. And then before that was probably a few weeks ago. But it was like immediately I had to run back. And I used to have like the occasional, but this is like becoming a thing where like I order a steak and I know like this is going to be a rough night, but we're going to eat that steak.
Who, like, I'm trying to think of like the last time I didn't eat. I don't eat a lot of steak, but like, I can't imagine eating like a steak that's been cooked through. Like, that sounds gross.
Yeah. Like a well done steak.
Yeah. Like
chewy and nappy.
yeah, where it's like not pink in the middle. Like,
Yeah. They're just not as good.
yeah.
But I'm starting to wonder if maybe that's more my speed, not by choice, but like
Well, so you're not going to try medium?
I've been getting medium. Medium's causing me to blow shit out.
What was,
That's weird.
It used to just be raw. It's like I'm getting less tolerant.
do you have the alpha gal gene that Drum Come Jimmy had?
I sure as fuck hope not, dude.
Because that was only red meat, right? Or was that all?
Mammalian meat is what that impacts.
Okay.
So anything that's a mammal. If it comes from an egg, it's fine. If it's live birth, you're out.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What, have you had a hamburger lately? Or is
Yes.
it only a steak type
Yes.
situation?
You know what? I had a brisket burger the other day and it was phenomenal and I was fine. It seems to be large slabs of meat.
Yeah, which tends to be not cooked through.
And I tend to
Maybe
eat,
it has something to do with the raw factor, the uncooked part.
now that I'm working through it, I do eat all the fat. I love the flavor of the fat.
Are
mixed
these
in.
like 16-ounce steaks?
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe I should go down to like a smaller steak.
maybe.
I did
Yeah.
order the King's Cut tonight.
Oh.
Prime rib. I was like, well, what's this upcharge here for the King's Cut? Don't even tell me. I'll take it.
Is that like VIP? Because I'm in.
Yeah. I'm assuming I get a bottle and these women can't come back here unless I ask them to.
That's more expensive? Yes, I'll take 2.
I would like to.
Did you and your wife have a date night?
Nah.
No.
Went out with, she does like once a month with her parents. We go out.
Ah.
Everyone picks a restaurant and I ran out of options.
Nice.
So I just picked a
So
restaurant.
just a double date?
No, the kids.
Oh, the
everything.
kids
Yeah,
and-
it's a whole thing.
Oh, okay.
It's all good.
That's a big commitment. Once a month to like go to a nice restaurant.
Well, sometimes they're not that nice,
Yeah.
but yeah,
You're like, Red Robin again?
let's do that shit.
We'll sit in the outside part at the mall, which is inside.
Oh, that is nice. It's like an anchor
Real
store at
nice,
the mall.
yeah.
Not in there with the rubes.
No.
I'm out here.
Yeah.
At the end, where if something goes down in the
Yeah.
mall, I'm first out.
I'm in the fancy part of the food court.
Damn right.
The patio section.
Call this the Chick-fil-A end?
Yeah.
Not that no-name shit down there. No one wants that.
No.
Down there by the Auntie M's pretzels, gross.
It's like part of our childhood has died.
Because of malls dying?
Yeah, it's depressing.
It's sad.
I can't think about it. Makes me sad.
Yeah. We've actually been to the local mall the past couple weeks on the weekend just to get out of the house because it's been 20 degrees and I'm like, I got to go walk somewhere because I'm bored. And we'll like go wander around the mall. And I mean, the mall by our house here is the only large mall that's indoors in the area now. Like
Right.
everyone, all the indoor malls have been basically closed. Regency's basically a third of what it once was. The other ones have been demolished.
Everything went to
And-
outdoor malls, and it ruined the whole mall. The indoor mall was where it was at. The fluorescent lights,
Yeah.
the bad air, like that helped. Outdoor malls just became glorified dog parks and places to let
I'm
your
starting
kids
to
run.
wonder if they're like a front for something, because you walk through there and there's so many stores that it just are like no-name stores and no one's ever in them. You're like, how do these places pay rent, much less make a profit?
You're talking about the piercing pagoda will always turn a profit.
No, I'm talking
No,
about
like the various tins of popcorn store.
No,
You're like, how
not
the
even that.
fuck
I'm talking
does
about
that-
like the weird place that has a weird name that sells like a bunch of clothes that you've never seen anyone wear, and you're like, who buys this stuff?
Goth kids.
No one's in there. No, the Hot Topic kills it. I'm talking like the bad semi-formal dresses. You're like, who's buying this stuff?
That shit is rough when it's $20 dresses.
Yeah, and
it's just all sequins,
and they're all like-
slut shaming.
And they're like 70% off of everything. I'm like, how is there a profit to be made in this? Obviously, you're paying $3 for these dresses, so
Yeah,
there's
very-
a lot of markup. But
very small hands
no
are
one's
making
ever
that.
in there. No one's ever in there.
Speaking of small hands, I was looking at our numbers the other day, and we're not getting any China downloads right now.
What?
I think I brought up the genocide of the Uyghurs so much that they were like, fuck him.
Calling our bluff?
Yeah, I think I somehow maybe I pushed it too far. Maybe we should start doing some pro-China stuff.
It's an interesting lane.
I can tell you, nobody builds metropolises faster and more efficiently than the Chinese. Now,
You know what else?
Selling the real estate, different question.
They have a lot of people.
A lot of people
Yeah.
doing a good job.
Yeah.
Doing a good job, China.
Growing those numbers. Those aren't rookie numbers.
Those are not rookie numbers.
No.
Yes. And I, for one, am excited for when they decide to cash in our debt. Can't wait to wear red.
You look great. I mean, it could be green, but
At least children
can't
could
tell.
start working again.
Yeah, get those kids to work, you know? You think the dresses are cheap now. That's with the tariffs.
yeah.
Imagine when you have your own 5-year-olds making dresses
Yeah.
right here.
That'll be nice.
Prices will come down. You're they're gonna be looking at those $4 dresses going, $4? Like, next door at Jim's.
It's a whole month of wages.
Yeah, that's ludicrous.
Speaking of child labor, I was talking with my
Yeah, please.
I was talking with my freshman today. Do y'all know? And I'm assuming Brendan, you don't know because your kids are my age.
thanks.
My kids' age. Do they? When I was in high school, they had, I forget what it was even called, but like your senior year, you could get out of school and go to work. I got out of school at noon every day, and I went to a job and worked 4 hours every afternoon. And I forget what the program was called.
Work release?
So, that's kind of what I wanted to call it. But like you were basically done with, you had enough credits. I had to take an early morning class.
Oh, so
But-
you had enough grades, so it's almost an elective.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, and I was just wondering, do they still do anything like that? Like, is that?
I never had that at my school that I'm
Yeah.
aware of.
But it was awesome. Like, I got to go to work every day, and like I think I learned a lot by just going to work every day.
I believe it. You learn a lot.
Making
more.
money. I had cash in hand, like it was a nice luxury. I didn't have to work after school, at night, and I didn't have to work. I worked on weekends, but I didn't have to work every weekend to make some money because I was getting out early and going.
That's
to
actually
school.
best case.
Yeah.
Your nights are free.
Yeah.
You still got cash in your pocket.
Yep.
Keeps kids from selling drugs. I'm actually for it.
Yeah. Because if they still did that, like I would, that's something I'd like my kids to do.
Yeah, you learn a ton.
Yeah.
You can't argue with that.
Because my oldest son worked last summer. He worked part-time the summer before that, and he's working again this summer. So I'm just like, let's keep that work, vibe going.
Yeah, you can get some DoorDash. It's nice.
No, that will not ever happen in my house.
One day you're gonna find the DoorDash account on his phone. You're gonna be so fucking pissed.
Nah, he's as cheap as I am.
Both your kids cheap as you
Yep.
are? Oh, you guys
Yep.
have instilled it.
Yep.
The river runs deep.
I mean, it makes sense, right? Like your kids Your kids spend like you and your wife, and my kids spend like me and my wife.
Dave, you like that?
Yeah.
I'm saying it's a learned thing.
I'm just the amount of joy he just took gave me no joy. Actually, speaking of, this is not going to be good. I have got I don't know what this is, but it's Troy. You're right. I have had this like, I gotta spend money right now, and I can't figure out.
You haven't had a big purchase in a while.
I know, and it's bugging me.
Yeah.
You didn't get the Sonos?
No, so that's where it started. These,
Yeah.
so people who already have Sonos got an email this week. It'll be up on the 3rd.
The new one's coming out.
No, but their stock is in the toilet. The app had screwed up. They're having a real tough time, and they're trying to like get their stock to bump up. They're trying to get some sales. Sonos historically does not give sale prices. Maybe once a year, twice a year, and if you catch it and it's 15% off, that's a steal. Like,
Which is in the game is not a big discount.
no, that's less than Nectar gives our listeners.
Yeah.
Drop ITPH in the coupon code. You get a little better than Sonos normally does, 20% off. But this last week, they sent out an email, or if you open the app and there's a little thing at the top, you click on it and it's like, hey, we just wanted to say thank you. 25% off everything except for.
Is that just
like,
for already Sonos people?
yes, people who are, because they were like,
Because to me, that's like, yeah, you want to email these people because you know they're in the Sonos game, but also you're kind of saying in that email, hey, suckers, you know how you spend a lot of money? Here, I'll sell you the same product for 25% less.
I counterpoint. I totally disagree with you. The people who are most likely going to buy more Sonos are the people
Are
you've
Sonos owners.
That way you don't have to reach out and
They're already
find new
invested.
people.
Yeah.
So like you'd have to spend this much on marketing and this much.
Yeah, it's return
It's going to
customers.
chew into it. So get the return customers. But Sonos owners are the CrossFit of the audiophile world.
Yes.
They are the vegans of the audiophile world.
Yeah.
We love to tell you that your shit sucks and you got to be with us.
That's why their numbers are tanking.
No, it's the app.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. But we are all now going to people like, hey, man, I know you've been on the fence. I can spend up to $2,500 and get 25% off. I did this to a guy at the gym this
So
morning. I was
there's
like,
a
let me know.
minimum?
Maximum.
Maximum.
Oh, up to
You can-
25. Okay.
Up to $2,500. But if I'm like, hey, I'm going to order this $500 speaker for under $400 now, this is a great deal for me.
Yeah.
But hey, buddy, I still have room. How about I get you in the ecosystem? So now I'm out there selling Sonos.
You're a drug dealer.
Yeah, like I've got one speaker in my cart, but I haven't pulled the trigger because I'm going to wait until the last minute in case other people want in. So now I'm going around to all the people that I think might want Sonos.
But why do you care if everybody else gets a deal?
CrossFit, baby.
It's the CrossFit.
Oh, so everybody else can be into what you're
They've
into.
got us out there selling it.
Yeah.
So Dave, the White Knight, the Duke, and I all noticed that we had this 25% off coupon.
Y'all are all Sonos people?
Yes.
Wow.
We had a little meeting here
Oh.
last week. I walked through the house and demonstrated, listen to this speaker, listen to this speaker, listen to this. I'm not kidding when about $8,000 flew out of this room at the end of that day.
It's true.
Everybody's standing around going, all right, so you're right. I need 2 of those, 1 of these, 2 of these.
So when you have Sonos, you said the app. Is this a subscription based thing too?
No, it's just that whatever subscriptions you have go through the
Okay.
app. And then the app is how you say, I want this speaker
What
to
if
play
you have
this.
no subscriptions? Like if I just want
There's
to play a
Sonos Radio.
podcast,
There's Sonos Radio.
but can I play a podcast through the speaker? Can I Bluetooth anything I want from my phone to it?
Certain speakers, it's not, but that's not the preferred way to go about doing this. No.
If I wanted to listen to
But if you have a free
YouTube.
service, you have a free service
Yeah.
that has commercials.
Yeah.
Run through your Sonos.
Okay.
Like whatever you have a login to.
Yeah.
Or if you have a CD player or a record player, you can plug it in the back of a Sonos and then that one becomes the hub and it sends it out. But it all goes through the app. And the app's been fucking up. That's why they've been losing money. But we're out here selling this shit now. So like they sent that email out. We all came around. We stood out here and everyone was like, okay, need to listen to that. Need to get boom, boom, boom. Started adding to the carts. The White Knight, fucking 6 boxes showed up at his house today. He spent the full $2,500 himself at his 25%
Yeah.
discount. The Duke upgraded shit. This dude was out here going, Dave's out here going, well, they bricked my old shit. By the end of the day, he's like, I'm getting all new stuff.
That's not true.
What'd you buy?
All I bought after the meeting was a move.
Okay.
But before the meeting, you got the Duke was talking about his set that he bought pre-coupon.
Yes.
And then for whatever reason, I was like, it's a good idea. I should get all new stuff because I had a 30% off coupon because I got fucked.
But you had to trade in. Yeah. That's because you had the old stuff
Yes.
that got bricked.
So,
long story.
So at a certain time, your old stuff literally gets bricked and it's not good
It's only
anymore?
happened once in 20 years. I don't think it's a trend. It might be.
It's definitely a trend.
It might be. Yeah. But so this coupon's got me out there selling. So I think they did a good job by getting the fanboys a 25% discount. So now we look cool to our friends. We can be like, hey, I can get you that discount. I'm out here selling the shit. I'm about to buy a speaker I literally do not need. And I'm debating on getting
That's
another
every
speaker.
one of them.
No, it's important. But then the worst thing happened. We're standing out here and we're talking about, I grabbed something out of my cooler and they were like, man, that zipper on that Yeti's a pain in the ass, right? I'm like, it is a pain in the ass. They were like, have you seen the backpack, man? I love it. And then one dude's like, yeah, I got it. The other dude's like, yeah, I got it. I'm buying a Yeti backpack cooler tomorrow. Like this stuff's burning. Now I'm
Nice.
getting a Sonos speaker. It's like something has been happening over the last couple of weeks. And the money's
Is it
like,
a soft-sided backpack?
yes.
Does it roll up at the top? Is
Yes.
that yeah?
With the magnets and then it
Yeah.
rolls up. And I'm justifying it by telling myself it's my new carry-on.
That's not.
When I go on vacations, I fill it with my clothes, make it my carry-on, and then when I get to my destination, I've got the best cooler. It's
I'll allow it for you. I'll allow that.
It's not the worst idea.
No, it's not.
because everybody I've told that to goes, because it's you, I understand that you're a fucking idiot and you buy expensive shit.
Yeah.
But this is the most logical argument
Yeah.
you've ever had for your stupid purchases.
Yeah, because you will buy a ridiculously expensive cooler and a ridiculously expensive backpack. So
and luggage.
you've made a peanut butter jelly sandwich here that kind of works.
Yes.
I mean, no one else would use a cooler as a backpack, but you,
As a luggage.
as
It's my new carry-on luggage. Not for business trips because I don't need to show up with a cooler that can hold 36 beers. But any
I
vacation.
like to keep my underwear nice and insulated.
and cold. Yeah. I want it super cold, I don't like air
I
getting
got some
to it.
ice packs in there.
I don't want it to touch the airplane air. It's
Yeah,
gross.
yeah.
It's gross. Keep my underwear fresh.
How much is that Yeti cooler?
Oh, it's not bad.
$4.99.
No. Aha. Good. He starts there. Now I feel good. $325.
Oh, what a deal!
Yeah, $325 in the new colorway.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's full price. Because the old colorway, you can get a little bit of a discount, but come on.
you're not buying the old one.
What color are you getting?
Oh, I don't know. It's two different blues.
Are we sure it's not two different purples?
It says navy. And
Okay.
It's like navy and ocean blue.
okay.
And I was like, yeah. It says that there's two blues. Yeah, no, look.
You mean look at that backpack before you buy it?
I'll show it to you tonight.
Nice.
Because tomorrow is.
So what
officially-
Sonos did you get?
I'm getting some Eras 300.
Are you getting rid of anything?
No, just adding to it. I'm upgrading the bedroom speaker and moving the old bedroom speaker into my wife's office.
So no move two.
I haven't pulled the trigger. It's still out there.
I got mine yesterday.
Is it awesome?
Yeah, fine. It's great.
You love it? 24 hours of playback time. I mean, come on.
Is it battery?
The Move is one that sits on a base. And You can
Okay.
take it anywhere. But you can
So
use
it's just a
Bluetooth.
real nice Bluetooth speaker.
that integrates into your Sonos system. So it's double
Hey,
duty.
Dave had me make a big purchase the other day.
Oh God, what'd you sell them on, Dave?
Did you forget that battery system?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
brought that up on the air.
Oh, we talked about that last
Yeah,
time?
that was on
Well,
the air.
we-
We didn't talk about me buying it.
And how you got a steal.
Yeah, it was freaking awesome.
So have you used it yet? You
I've
slept through
charged
the night?
it. Well, of course, the power hadn't gone out, but I've already like planned a million things I can do with it because my kids were like, "Oh yeah, people use that all the time for like all these hippies that live in their cars and stuff." Like it's with what they have. It's surprisingly small and surprisingly light. Like
Yeah.
I was really impressed, and it's like got an app, and it's cool as shit.
The one that you have has like the expandable solar panel option.
Yeah, that Dave told me not to buy.
Yeah, I would buy that in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Of course you would.
I have them.
Yeah, damn right.
Joy's like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, well, if the power goes out for multiple days and it's not cloudy or stormy
Rainy.
outside, then
Yeah, because the power never goes out during storms.
Yeah, but I was thinking if the power goes out for multiple days, you just take it to somewhere else and charge it.
yeah, totally.
Yeah, your backyard.
I mean, that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
But
I would never buy one without a solar panel.
then you wouldn't have solar panels.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd want the solar panels.
of course. And you could buy two of them and sync them, like plug them into each other and like double everything.
I have one of those coolers. I actually talked Stuart into getting that plug-in cooler that he ended up getting.
Uh-huh.
He thinks it has a battery, but it doesn't.
Those
But-
things are horrible.
No, they're great. Like when we go to the Outer Banks and we're supposed to bring a bunch of food or frozen goods, I plug that into the battery
Nice.
and it keeps it cold forever.
Yeah, but that battery thing that I bought was like $6.99, and you found it for like $4.25.
No, I found it for $5.
When you sent me the link, it was like $400 or something.
No, you had a coupon. You said when I
yeah,
sent
but
to
it
you,
was still it was under
Either way,
$500.
you got it for like 30-40%
Yeah,
off.
yeah, and then so I was telling someone about it the next day, and I clicked back on that link, and it was back to $6.99 or $5.99, whatever it
Oh,
was.
damn.
wow.
Hell yeah. Well
And
done.
I was
then.
like-
that makes you feel good.
Yeah,
That makes you feel real
Yeah.
good when you see that and go, no, look at the deal. Oh, you're out, nerd.
yeah, because you would not have paid $7.99 for it.
not a second.
And I was expecting you to pay $500, and
Yeah.
you got it for $420. It's like what? I was jealous because I
That's a
bought a
steal.
smaller one, same company but
Mm-hmm.
smaller for $500, and then the bigger one.
That thing's got all kinds of plugs and inputs on it. It's crazy.
You should get some solar panels with those savings. You'll never have to pay another power bill again.
Yeah, I'm excited because we're talking about selling our place down at the lake and then buying a piece of property, and I'm like, even if we don't have power, if we get another pop-up camper, we can just take it and take that battery pack and plug phones and TVs and lights into it and rock
Yeah.
all weekend.
You will be getting a solar panel if you do that.
Maybe.
I think at that point you can kind of justify it.
Depends on where. I mean, the lot we're going to look at's in the woods, so
Maybe not.
yeah.
Maybe not. Yeah, that wouldn't be so good. Well, just knock down some trees.
But the one
Yeah.
you got, I think you can run a CPAP for 3 or 4 days without charging.
That's awesome.
I mean, 3 or 4 nights
Yeah.
without charging it.
Well, and-
I'm excited because Troy is famous for nah, I can't go on that because he doesn't want to sacrifice the sleep, and I get it.
yeah.
But now it's I feel like this summer I'm going to get to see Troy in more.
I could go
places.
camping somewhere that doesn't have power.
I'm excited about that. The
Yeah.
possibilities are endless.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of possibilities,
Is it deli time?
yes. And
What are we
boy-
eating?
And boy, howdy! Actually, the thing that we could have eaten that was on the potential agenda is the Tony's chocolate. I don't know if you mess with Tony's chocolate, but I love that shit.
Never heard of it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, you knew which one it was. Look at that. This is the Long Trail Ale. Apparently, this is out of Vermont. It's a big deal. It's Vermont's original ale.
Uh-oh. If it's original, I'm a little worried
Why is that?
because it's not
Let me get this Rock Dingo bottle opener here.
new and bright and refreshing and
They did have some other
Juicy.
flavors that were super cool. Oh my goodness, that pours way darker than I expected.
This is Caretakers of Vermont Craft. Our flagship ale has a Vermont tradition as the trail itself. 5.0. It says the color is amber.
Yeah, it is. It's dark.
smells like a brown ale to me.
Yeah, I'm not excited now. I thought this was going to be light and refreshing. It's got a dude hiking. I feel like after hiking, you want something light and refreshing.
Named for the famed footpath, this classic amber ale features caramel malt flavors and a clean complexity that meanders across the palate like a well-traveled trail.
Way different than the Miller Lite I was drinking. Way different. I honestly thought this was going to be something really crisp and light. I thought we were entering into
It's weird that that's their flagship beer.
Well, in the same way, New Belgium has Fat Tire Ale. I wonder if this is like the East Coast Fat Tire.
Fat Tire's delicious.
No, so is Long
This
Trail
has some
Ale.
very interesting notes in it.
It's got some stink to it.
Can't pick up what it smells like, but it reminds me of something.
Caramel and poverty.
Put your nose in that. Tell me what it reminds you of, because it definitely reminds me of something.
It smells like a Fat Tire and a biscuit.
Kind of smells a little bit burnt.
That's why that's the biscuit. Like Fat Tire and a biscuit. That's all I can.
I'm a little scared to drink this.
I think I'm ready to score it.
Oh. Off to a rip-roaring start. You know when Dave gives a quick answer, it's always sub 3.
Hi. What?
No, the other way.
This beer is awful.
There it is. And true to form, Dave formed an opinion quickly, and that opinion was fuck off.
Yeah, I can't even describe it. It's just bad.
I actually have I think I know how to describe it, but go ahead.
It's I mean, I'm not a huge amber ale fan anyway, but it also just doesn't taste good, and it doesn't taste like spoiled.
No,
It just tastes like they created a beer that's blah. And I was worried when I saw the original,
Yeah.
because that normally means it's before they figured out cool stuff to do, and that's what it is. It's a 1.
I don't know. I tend to think like
damn,
I tend
you
to
came hard.
I don't like this beer at all.
I tend to think the original is like, oh shit, we made such a great beer. We're making a brewery out of this.
But so there was a time when flagship beers, if you really think back, it was like Sam Adams came out with their Boston Lager. Mm-hmm. And it had like this kind of malty flavor. And then New Belgium came out with a West Coast version of their, when craft beer was first coming up. And it was an ale like this. And it was kind of that same notes. This falls along Sam Adams, Boston Lager, Fat Tire, Anchor Steam. All of these are like original pioneers of the space. And before the hop craze hit, it didn't shift. That's what we're dealing with here.
Yeah.
But still not good.
No.
So it's weird to me that this was like what they worked towards, because I'm assuming this wasn't their first go. They had to like adjust it, make some fine tune it.
Yeah.
And then they got here and they're like, this beer's so good, we're making a brewery. This will be our flagship.
As far as beers go, Vermont is known for the hazy New England IPA.
Yes.
Yeah.
And prior to that, 20 years ago, I've never been like, sounds delicious. It's a Vermont ale.
Yeah.
Well, you're wrong. So I think I know why this tastes this way. This is the first beer I've ever been able to liken to this. So Starbucks, they intentionally burn
It tastes burnt to me.
they over roast their coffee beans. Mm-hmm. And that over roasting of the coffee beans allows it to always be uniform, regardless of where they get the coffee from,
How long it has to be shipped.
how the season was. Yeah, all those
Yeah.
things play into it. But so Starbucks over roast their beans, and it creates a uniform flavor all the time. And that's kind of their
Of
shtick.
crap.
But it does have like a slightly over roasted burnt flavor in Starbucks. This, it feels like they roasted the malt intentionally a little too long. You get that little burnt flavor.
A lot.
And I think you were alluding to it. It's there. I think it's an intentional move to make the beer taste always the same.
This beer is what I would picture in like the, back in the day when you could buy cans of beer for $0.25 and it was god awful beer.
Yeah.
That's what this is.
But it got you drunk.
Yeah.
It served a purpose.
Right.
No, but this was the high end beer of that time.
But now it's $2 a can, right? I mean, a bottle.
This beer is along the lines of a Fat Tire. You can taste certain Fat Tire subtleties, the maltiness,
It is malty.
the caramel. Those are the things that Fat Tire does so well.
I would not even say
No, I'm just trying
fat
to give.
tire in the same
I'm
sentence.
just trying to
as
give
this.
people an understanding of the profile of the flavor they went for.
what they were going for.
It pours that color. It drinks in that vein. Unfortunately,
It's the worst version of that.
they made it somehow too bitter, despite not having hops, which I can't understand. It's got a burnt flavor that's not necessarily good. It's too thick in its own weird way. It's not refreshing enough.
Kind of viscous.
I don't pick that up.
It's just the mouthfeel.
Look, I would say that this beer, and I think you crush it, Brendan. Like, this beer reminds me of what I think of Starbucks coffee.
Yeah, this is a Starbucks coffee of beers.
It's not good, and it's
just
burnt.
Yeah, there's way
Like,
better.
that might be the intent, and they might have hit a 500-foot home run. They might have crushed what they were aiming for. It sucks.
This beer will keep you cold
Will
when
I-
it's 2 degrees as a high, and you're in
Will I
Vermont.
give it a 1?
No. I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna kill it. I'm not gonna kill it. This is a middling beer. I'm gonna go as high as 2.5. But Dave, I don't disagree with you. But I didn't want to be tainted by you because when I first took a sip, I said 2.5 at best. Then you went 1,
It's awful.
which I think is a death blow.
I'm not going to finish the 2.5 ounces in my cup.
But the burnt flavor, the aftertaste, I could argue it's a 2. Fuck, hold on. One sip. Y'all know how it's done. Dave,
I'll
I'm gonna Dave Portnoy this thing. One bite.
I'm giving it a 1.5. Like, it's not a 1. A 1 to me is probably undrinkable. This isn't undrinkable, but I don't really. There's no redeeming qualities to this. It's just it tastes like burnt beer.
Yeah, I don't want to drink this.
There's
Yeah.
something on the back end. There's like a flavor that
That's where I get the burnt
sticks
malt,
out that I don't like.
and it sticks around.
I'm gonna go 2. I don't think it's as hateful as you guys say. I'm gonna say 2. So it's a 1.5.
If you're at a party and this is all they're serving, you're like, oh, cool.
No, a 2 means disappointed. I'll drink it. Anything in the 1 range? No, I'm not gonna.
So
drink
you
it.
will drink this.
I have no choice because there's fucking 5 of them in my fridge.
It's a 1.5,
I think that's about right.
and that's probably about right.
Long Trail Ale, you have disappointed me. Vermont, you have disappointed me.
Yeah.
On the whole,
I expected more out of Vermont.
I
if I'm honest.
absolutely expected more out of this beer.
Yeah.
They said light and refreshing, and I don't even see where light or refreshing ever comes into
Light
play.
doesn't even come through that beer. Like, where are they getting that from?
This beer tastes like if I had 6 of them, I would gain 5 pounds. It's heavy.
It's
Dave could ruin his whole fucking plateau. Which, Dave, good news, buddy.
Yeah.
You had netted 10 more pounds down, and our buddy Aaron reached out. He sent in another Venmo.
That's
he
amazing.
He sent you 10 more dollars.
That's amazing.
So now you have netted what, $30?
25, right? It's 15 and then another 10.
I don't know. He sent you $10. I'm
was
excited.
it 15 the first time?
I think that. Or
thought it was
maybe
25 the
tw-
first time.
Maybe it was 20 the first
And I like how he's communicating to us. He's communicating to us through our preferred method of chat, which is
Money.
Venmo.
Yep.
And so, Troy, I don't know if you've seen his. Little red meat.
Yeah, he sent 15 the first time, and the second time he sent 10, and he said, I'm a man of my word. Keep it up, and don't worry. If you hit $100 net, I'll still donate $100 to you in November. I mean, it's for the kids.
Nice.
So he's
like it.
already thinking ahead. This is the guy.
That is awesome.
I'm a fan of this guy. He's helping you. He's motivating you. Have you
Yeah.
lost any weight this week? Let's check on our Dave score.
Well, as you alluded to, I hit a crazy plateau for 2 weeks where I weigh myself every morning and my weight would fluctuate like 0.3 of a pound in either direction. Never lost a bunch, never gained a bunch. And that was from, I think, the 13th until 2 days ago, where I've started losing more than half a pound. So when all is said and done, I think I can chalk up to a total of 30 so far.
Nice.
So there's an additional $5,
No.
or no?
No,
it's
yeah.
just- or Well,
Yeah.
from when he started, you've plateaued. So he owes nothing this week.
Well, no, I plateaued. I think I lost another couple of pounds after that, and then 3 days after that, I plateaued.
If we're gonna play this game, I don't want to hear I thinks. Not doing it.
Well, I can go. You saw my.
I did, and I saw a lot of holding steady, and I feel like he owes you 30 cents.
Well, I want to keep the actual numbers quiet.
Yeah.
But you saw my medical one,
yes.
right?
Yes.
I'm 30 pounds below that, fully dressed right now.
There you go. Good work.
Nice.
I don't think Aaron owes you anything this week, though.
That's fine.
I think you should hold on.
How's the no drinking holding up?
Fine.
Have you gotten over that plateau? Like, do you miss it? Do you want to do it?
It's weird. I never drank at home, and when we'd go out to eat, Joy would have 2 beers every time, and I would only drink one to be social, but didn't care for it because I needed several
Yeah.
to get anything. So I think I've been a little slightly less social, but hung out with you guys
Yeah, spend a bunch of money.
and been fine. So I don't really miss it.
Yeah. It's surprising how you kind of adjust to it.
Yeah. But at the same point, I'm like,
But when spring hits, things might be
yeah.
different.
I mean, there's definitely a point in my life where I was working for the weekend,
Oh, yeah.
and
I still am.
and I think that has calmed down by not drinking.
Yeah, that's good because you don't have that devil on your shoulder. You don't have that itch. That's
No,
nice. I
I
still
have
got
no
the
itch.
itch. And I'm scratching it right now on the air. It's real good.
In fact, I want to unload. I've got like 80 unopened bottles of liquor that I don't know what to do
Yeah, I
with.
need to come shopping this weekend. I need to come shopping through your shit.
Yeah,
So-
if any of our listeners in the area want to buy some brand new unopened bottles,
Got some good ones.
what do
I
you
would
got?
I would not buy from this counterfeit liquor distributor. In fact, there's
What are
a
you
theory.
moving? What are you moving? You got
I mean, I've got I have 100 and some bottles of liquor, but only 80 of them are unopened.
How did you end up with 100 bottles of unopened liquor?
Because every time I'd go to the liquor store
His
to get
liver
my,
was
You
shut
just buy
to
stuff?
get my go-to, I'd
You-
be like, "Oh, look at! I haven't seen this one before."
Your cheap ass would buy liquor that you'd never drank? That doesn't check out to me.
Well, I had a liquor cabinet, and there'd be spaces on the shelf. I'm like, you know what? You know what would fit right there? Another bottle.
Marshmallow vodka. Bullshit.
I don't have bullshit like that. Well, I do have bullshit like that.
Yeah, you
but
got Pinnacle in there.
Not in the.
I saw it.
Have what?
Pinnacle
What is that?
Flavored vodka?
whipped marshmallow vodka.
Sounds delicious.
It's a blue
actually.
bottle. It's actually really quite good. I poured it on cotton candy.
I think that was from a. We've had like theme parties, and I had to buy. And then like, I tried to be a good producer for this podcast. I bought 3 bottles of liquor that are still unopened.
To do what? A taste test?
Remember the we were doing something, and then Ray's like, "All right, Dave, you buy those, and I'm also going to buy them."
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
and
that's
you were
right.
you were furious.
Well, congratulations to Ray. He's getting married this weekend.
Yeah. You and I'll be
exciting.
there.
I'll be there.
We'll be
You're
there.
going too?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we got the whole crew.
Nice.
It's gonna be pretty. We'll do a podcast from there. That way we don't
That
have to.
would be funny.
That way we don't have to talk to all those people.
Yeah.
How
Nobody's gonna
hilarious
talk
would
to
that
us.
be? We throw headphones on, sit in the fucking corner,
That would be funny.
just get shit faced off. Well, one of us gets shit faced off the liquor. It's gonna be fantastic.
Actually, yeah, he's gonna have some great drinks there.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
sure.
fired up. Plus, I don't go to weddings anymore because I'm old.
Yeah.
You know, like weddings used to be like. There was a time in my life where it was like, oh, I can't do anything this summer because I have a wedding every weekend.
That was the best though.
It was great. It was awesome. But there was a moment where you started to get tired.
Yeah.
You're like, I can't believe I got to go to another wedding. I'm gonna have to wash my shirt. 'Cause You
Yeah.
had like one dress shirt. You're like, I have to wash my shirt.
But you were also like, I'm eating and drinking like a fiend at this thing.
Yeah,
like,
it's going to be a blast. And now I don't get weddings anymore because I'm old. I see buddies get divorces.
Yeah.
But those parties are never fun.
Nah.
Dude's always acting like a fucking mush.
Yeah.
He's all upset. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm sorry you're
Yeah.
bummed out. And be like, you want to drink?
Let me
Like,
know when you're feeling better, then you can come hang out again.
Yeah, be like, you want to go talk to those girls? No.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what the fuck, dude?
That's the point.
Married guys dream about that.
Yeah.
They're like, they have those weird, like, it's not it's not a daydream, it's not a fantasy, but it's something in between. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's like you think to yourself, you're like, well, if I got divorced, I'd just be crushing ass. It'd be amazing. And they have all these apps and we can't even get on these apps. And then you see a dude get a divorce at our age.
Not like that.
And they literally, you're like, would you get on them apps yet? Because you're like playing out your fantasy. Every one of them, no, man, it just seems weird.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go home. I bought a stand-up arcade. Like
Yeah.
what? He goes, what are you doing? He's like, I'm playing a lot of Golden Tee. So what is happening? And like they just like hold up. It's like I think divorce hurts.
I don't think I can name any of my acquaintances that have been divorced that do that.
Seriously, your buddies who get divorced, they like actually go out and start crushing ass?
They say they do. I don't know if they do or not, but
Every dude I've seen get a divorce like goes into like the saddest part of their youth. It's all like whatever albums were sad back then.
Well, I
like,
guess it's what kind of divorce are you having? Like, is your wife an awful person and you're happy to be getting out of the relationship? Or did you were you bebopping through life thinking all was honky dory and then you find out she's sleeping with the trainer or she's just done with you and she's up and moved out? And then you're like literally blindsided.
I know dudes who have been miserable in their marriage and stay miserable after. Mm-hmm. I know dudes who've been blindsided. I know dudes who clearly caused it.
well, the dudes that caused it.
Actually, the dudes that caused it were the ones who were kind of happy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Now that I'm going through the numbers, because I was like, no, blindsided dude, seriously depressed.
That would check out.
Dude who was miserable during the marriage, still miserable.
Yeah.
That does not check out.
That's how it's played out in my world. But the dudes who like fucked around and then found out,
Yeah.
And she found out.
yeah, those motherfuckers,
They landed on their feet.
like immediately.
Yeah.
They're like, I gave her half my money and got Tinder.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, cool. And they're like,
And
yeah,
they-
did you
and
know how
I
many
won.
people do anal
Yeah.
now? And I'm
Yeah.
like, no, I don't. Never occurred to me they're really doing anal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, that whole choking thing's real.
Yeah,
You know
I
what?
don't-
Those are the only dudes that tell those stories.
I don't get the whole she was an awful person, made my life miserable. Now I'm sad that we're divorced. I'd be like, this sounds amazing.
You haven't seen? I've seen it. I've seen dudes that were just unhappy.
No, we've
and
seen
then
it. It just doesn't make logical sense.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. Okay, I'm willing to hear that. I'm just saying it
Like,
seems
I need
to
someone
me,
to insult me and
Yeah.
emasculate me. Otherwise, I'm nothing.
I'll catfish that dude. I would catfish a dude if my buddy was like, I just wish somebody would emasculate me, make me feel bad. I'd fucking get a real pretty profile
When I
picture
work
and be
all
like, you
day, I
look fat
like
as
to come
fuck.
home and be made fun of and mocked. And
But we could do that.
yeah,
for
that's
them.
what your guy friends are for.
Yeah, we could do that. No, but you gotta have a pretty profile picture, like you're a beautiful woman, and go, hey, fatty.
Yeah, but we bust chops anyway. Just get some more guy friends.
They need it from the girls.
They probably don't have guy friends because the wife probably wouldn't let them.
I think that's where the sadness actually comes in. Mm-hmm. Is those dudes that were miserable,
Yeah.
they were miserable and she treated him bad, and then he kind of introverted, and then he doesn't have an outlet, so it is a very sad.
Yeah, I mean, I
situation.
had a buddy who got a divorce and his wife had basically alienated all of his buddies, and it was like I was like dragging him out, like, hey man, come meet some new guys because you need you got to have some buddies to get through
Yeah,
it.
and I've seen that play out multiple
Yeah.
times. Yeah, I guess if you're out there and you're a guy and you're going to get a divorce, make sure it's on your terms.
Yeah.
Be the asshole.
Right.
Be the aggressor.
Sometimes cheating wins.
It does seem to. Boy, that's fucked up. Boy, I'm just like working through a whole stream of consciousness.
Yeah.
Right here. What the fuck got us on this?
Talk
How did-
about Ray's wedding.
Oh yeah, Ray. Hey, there we go.
Hopefully he'll come back on now that
Yeah.
he's married.
But that's the reality. There was a time where there were a lot of weddings. Now it's just.
So are you back
divorces.
around to liking weddings again? Because I do.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm
yeah.
like fired up that I'm going to a wedding
Yeah.
this weekend. Like I can't wait. I'm like, this is gonna be awesome. I get
Yeah.
to go hang out, eat some food, drink some drinks, and like people are gonna be dancing and like I miss it. I miss
nice,
it. And
too,
you don't
'cause-
realize when it's gonna go away. And it's like they say, like, you don't know the last time that like you throw your kids on your shoulders.
Yeah.
You don't know when that moment is.
The last time you 69.
You don't know when the last time that is. Yeah. No. Okay. That's fair. You don't know when that last time is. There's all these like things that happen in your life.
And you don't realize it.
You don't know which one's the last one.
Yeah.
And after a while, you know, some of those things you're like, oh, I got to put the kid on my shoulders again.
Yeah.
I got to go to another wedding. And now it's like, damn, I've been kind of removed from weddings for a while. Hopefully this isn't my last one, but they are dwindling to the point that I need to like be present at the wedding.
He's
because-
doing a couple things that I'm really excited about. One, it's in town.
Nice.
So no hotels needed. No, like planning. No work. Not a lot of work on our end. The guests, and he's getting married before.
Yeah, you don't even go to
We're not even gonna have to sit through some long Catholic.
It's just the
bullshit.
reception.
Yeah, it's just a party.
And it says no gifts.
Yes,
Yeah, bullshit. That's a fucking trap.
it's definitely not a trap.
That's a trap. That means bring cash.
No, not at all.
It absolutely does.
He's generating generational wealth. I'm not.
No, he's not. You think if somebody says your presence is present enough,
When I say it, that's what I mean.
okay, going around this room, apparently. Dave, you bring in cash?
No.
You're no gift, no cash, no nothing.
Well, I was thinking about bringing a Blu-ray player.
Okay, that's a good callback. I'll take it. And
That's
Troy,
funny.
you're not bringing
No,
anything?
not at all.
Okay, I'm bringing cash.
He's a grown ass man.
Yeah, what do
They're-
you
they
like
both
his
have
grandpa?
homes.
Give him some Werther's
Yeah,
originals at the
50
same time?
You think breaking off a $50 bill is going to impress him?
Well, I wasn't going to break off a 50.
Yeah, 100.
I wasn't going to break off 100.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, an Abe, an Abe and a Lincoln.
Just a couple Hamiltons.
Yeah,
I don't know. I just assumed when I saw that. I even said that to my wife. I go, fuck. No presents. I was like, guess that means cash. She was like, yep. I guess that's just how we.
yeah. You hate money. We get it.
I do hate it.
Yeah.
You know what? No, here's the fucked up.
Oh God, I have this cash in my hand. I must get rid of it now. It's evil.
I literally thought beforehand. I go, ooh, I get 25% off Sonos. I should get him into the system.
Oh Lord,
I
Oh.
was gonna buy him a Sonos speaker. Then he'd be like, damn it,
you're like a drug dealer with that shit.
hell yeah.
First hits free, motherfucker.
Got you, bitch. I just assumed no present at a wedding meant cash.
No, that's not. I
That
don't.
doesn't make any
That
sense.
makes 0 sense.
You're like in the mafia or something.
Yeah.
No, I truly think he hates money.
I just thought it would be nice if they're gonna get me drunk and feed me. How much would that have cost me?
Dude, I've been doing.
Bring him a bottle of something. In fact, maybe that's what I'll do.
Actually, that's a great
fucking
gift.
get
Yeah,
him a
you got
present.
you got 100 bottles.
Bring 3 bottles.
Actually, yeah, bring your three. Hey, bring your 3 finest bottles, and we'll
Yeah,
just.
only the finest for our friend Ray. I'm not gonna let you give some cheap shit.
Yeah, no. Mine better have a fucking horse on
Yeah.
the top.
And get like a little label to go on it.
I'm actually keeping my finest shit.
Of course.
Joy was like,
He does not care about marriage.
anything weeded, any weeded bourbons we're keeping. I'm like, I'm down with that.
Anything that you can bend over to buy, you can sell that shit off.
Right.
Ain't that the truth? I got to go way down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me get that Pinnacle whipped vodka. Bring that to him. He can make some cocktails.
That would be hilarious. Get like the shit. Get him like Kentucky Gentleman. And be like, here's a bottle of bourbon for you,
Get him
sir.
some Sir Francis
Because that
Drake
would be
rum.
just a smack in the face for somebody like Ray.
We should get him the worst possible. In fact, Malort.
Yeah.
Oh, that
he
would
would.
be a
He
good
would.
one.
He would find the humor in that.
Maybe I should bring him a bottle of Malort.
He would not find the humor in like literally the bottom shelf of.
You know he's
Whatever.
gonna have a fine ass like bar there.
Yeah.
I might just bring a
I'm
bottle of
guessing-
Malort and put it on the bar.
I'm hoping for Dave and I, he's gonna have like a good mocktail too.
Oh, he will.
Yeah.
He's gonna do it right, dude.
Yeah.
He's a cocktail wizard. Of course, he's married now, so now he's a bitch. I don't know. I don't know. He was cool before.
Yeah.
You know, that's tough. Oh, speaking of divorce guys, lots of TV. You guys watching Severance?
I have not watched any of it.
All right, so are you familiar with this?
The only thing I've heard, it's an amazing show, but I hear that a lot about shows I don't watch. And from what I gather, it's a show about going to work and then you get your mind wiped when you leave work.
Okay.
So
he gets
Close
it.
enough.
Yeah, I mean he's in the.
But to me, that sounds like it is not interesting at all. That sounds awful.
Sure. Yeah. So the premise is right. You basically get your brain cut in half, and you have your work self and your outside self, your normal life. The beauty of this being that, you're going through life and you have money coming in, but you never have actually knowledge of you having to go to work. So you get to just spend the money,
Yeah.
and the nerd inside, he's just working. That's kind of sweet.
You literally open the door to your office, and a millisecond later, you're walking out, and you're like, "Oh, no time has gone by, except 8 hours have passed,
And I have a paycheck.
and I have a paycheck."
So there you go. So Dave, you watch this show, Severance?
I love it. Yeah,
Okay, you love it. Mm-hmm. So,
Where do the stories come from?
well, both sides of the life.
Let me guess. Somebody's figuring it out.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they're trying to figure. It's odd. So
Wouldn't you want to have that separation? Isn't that what we all try to do?
yeah,
Leave work at work.
the protagonist in the show, he basically his wife died, and so he's very upset about that, and he was so depressed that he's like, I don't even. The idea of going somewhere and not having to deal with this depression sounds great, and then I get a paycheck. So when I'm out here dealing with my depression, at least I'm paid.
and then I'm only awake for 6 hours, and then I
Does
sleep.
everyone have this?
Not everyone has that kind of sadness that causes
No.
them to
Does
do it.
everyone have the work life separate brain thing?
No.
Only the people who decide to go.
you can
through
vote
this
for that.
experience.
It's like in the show, it's a controversial new experiment, and there are
Yeah.
a couple hundred.
So
people.
So
Dave,
do
what
the
do you
non
think-
people know that the half brains have it? Like,
Yeah,
if I
they're
work
like,
at the
they're like,
office,
oh, I'm a severed employee, and people
Okay.
are like, oh, or like, oh, good for you, like very political.
Yeah.
People on either side. Dave, I'd love to hear your take on this show.
I think it's thought provoking because we've only talked about the outer person, but imagine the opposite. You finish up your workday, you exit, and then a millisecond later you're walking back into work. And your whole life is just 8 hours a day, no sunlight, no vacations, no sleep. You're literally just working. And that sounds like slavery.
Unfortunately, yeah, no, but the person enslaving you is you.
But the you inside has no control over it, and you don't know anything about who your outside person is.
Yeah, but your oppressor is you.
Right.
Like that's got to be a weird mind fuck.
Yeah.
In and of itself, So, but you like the show. You think it's awesome.
Yep.
So I kept hearing like, I got to watch this show. I got to watch this show. So I started watching the show.
well, the weird thing to me too is that a lot of people get a lot of pride out of their work, a lot of fulfillment, even if it sucks. Like you feel like at the end of the day, like I've done something. But
Yeah.
if you just are getting a magical paycheck,
It's a little different.
it's kind of what people say about the welfare system or even
Magical
rich
paycheck.
people, like kids that don't earn anything but yet they're loaded. It's like,
Yeah. Trust fund babies, welfare
Yeah.
people, similar concept.
Yeah.
Money's there. Only I'd much rather be a trust fund kid.
yeah, if I had my pick.
Because I like Jarlsberg, not government cheese.
Yeah.
That's just me. But so I started watching this show because I wanted to understand what the deal was. And I watched I think there's a 3-episode rule with most new shows I watch. I'll give it 3 episodes regardless of how bad the first one was. And I'm hoping that by the second one I'm in, but I'll watch 3. So I watched 3 episodes of this show. And my wife was like, yeah, this is not for me. She took Troy's angle. She's like, this is fucking boring. Like, I don't necessarily need this. And I was like, well, if you're going to bed, I'm going to keep watching it.
I tend to want to not worry about and think about work when I'm not at work.
Not with this.
Did you like The Office?
I did.
Yeah, look.
But that
So-
wasn't. That,
Your point is invalid.
no, not at all, because that was all character driven. Like the
This is
This is
character. This is
character-driven.
How much-
very much
how much-
driven.
paper products did they talk about? Like they didn't talk about
Every
it.
day.
This is very character driven. The funny thing
Well,
is,
one sounds really funny and one does not. So I don't know if that
this is
proves my
hilarious.
point is
no, this
invalid.
This is the funniest show I've ever seen.
Okay.
Ricky Gervais has never been better.
Great. I'll watch it.
So,
And it's 22 minutes an episode? I'm in.
no,
Oh.
wait, it's damn near an hour.
It's the same show Dave just told me.
It's a little different.
No? Dave said.
Pam's way hotter.
Okay. Well, now I'm back in.
I don't think I've ever seen a show that has managed to make me not like it, but I can't stop watching it. It's the weirdest damn thing I've ever seen. Like, people talk about it like it's the greatest show. It took almost until the very end of the first season.
There's always one of those shows going on. Or
But
three.
I couldn't stop. It was the weirdest. I was like, well, hold on, wait, what? Keep going. Keep going. Finding myself on the weekends, it's like 2 a.m. and I'm like, why am I still up? Like, I'm just watching
Yeah.
this show. And I've been doing it time and time again. Now, there was a swerve at the end of the first season that like got me. Like, you get a swerve and I was like, no way. Now, I didn't even realize it was the end of the first season because I was just binging. And I was like, there's the swerve. Now we're dancing. And I've been continuing to watch, but I still have this feeling of like, this isn't that good. But at the same time, I can't stop watching it. I've never had this happen to me because most people keep telling me it's the best show. And Dave is one of these guys. He's like, this is amazing.
Did you watch Lost?
No.
Okay. So I think some people, myself included, have PTSD from Lost when this was before you could binge anything. And I think it was on for 5 years every week.
Yeah.
And people would stand around the water cooler and talk about it. And it was the greatest show. And I felt that way. And then I did not know at the time that the writers just wrote a first season. Like, let's hope this takes off. And it did. And they're like, fuck, what do we do now? So they just made a bunch of bullshit and didn't tie any of the loose ends together.
Yeah.
In a way that the weekly, 250 week viewers were like, what the fuck is this bullshit? So now you're kind of like gun shy about throwing your likes into this serial series that is offbeat and different.
I actually, whenever I see that something is a limited series and there's like 6-8 episodes
You're like,
and
yes!
I know that it's this and then
Right.
there's an end.
Yes.
So the writers got to build,
Yes.
here's the story arc front to back. I actually seek those out more.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, perfect. I'm going to ingratiate myself with this story and I'm going to come to a conclusion. That's very exciting. I get panicked. You actually told me tonight that Severance is one of these that cut the second season in half.
Yep.
They severed it. So now I'm like pissed off because I'm
Because
like,
you're going to forget the first half because you're severed.
yeah, I'm annoyed. So I find that I know that it's a phenomenon. Everybody's watching it. Everybody likes it. My review is this show is not very good, but this show has got me completely captivated. It's very frustrating.
But I think you can have great conversations about it.
Sure,
think
I have no one else to talk to about it, so this is actually the first time that I've heard any other thoughts.
Culturally literate amongst Severance speakers.
Yeah, I guess so. But I don't know if it's worth it. I feel like I'm just going down a shitty road.
You could very well be. We don't know.
But people talk about it like it is the best show.
It's just very thought provoking, and
it's just a
fresh.
show.
It's fresh.
Maybe
Nothing-
that's it. Maybe
nothing
that's
like
why
it.
I'm so engaged. I'm
At
like,
least it's a new concept.
Right.
it's a new concept. I will give it that. But I don't know if I'm into it.
You haven't sold me on it.
I'm not trying to sell you on it.
I know.
I kept hearing about it, so I watched it, and I was like, this is lame. Can't stop. What the fuck is that?
That should be on the jacket for the DVDs.
Yeah. That would be my review.
Inside the Pout House says, "This is lame. We can't stop.
Can't stop. Can't stop.
Can't stop. Won't stop."
When I was upset to find out that they're releasing it a week at a time, and I was like, I have to wait till Friday?
You should divorce it and see if you're happy or sad.
Have you ever watched a series though that you
I have to divorce it on my terms. Like start watching something else.
Right.
Like, gotcha, bitch.
Right.
I'm over here fucking this show now.
And you'll be like, I can't even watch this new show.
Have you ever watched a series long enough it's turned and then you're like, well, now I gotta just finish watching it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like
Or a movie.
like
even.
it jumps the shark
Yeah.
and you go, but I was a fan.
That's how Cobra Kai was for me.
Oh, we just finished it.
Yeah.
That's my guilty pleasure.
Did it end? Is
It
officially-
finally ended.
Oh, good. Saikai Taikai is fucking done?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
But it got real bad. Those middle seasons were bad.
But even from the
The
jump,
show was bad from the beginning.
yeah,
it
it was
was-
campy as hell.
Yeah, but the more the kids got involved in all the fighting and stuff with the kids, you're like, there's no way any of that would happen at all. Like, I got the whole like Johnny, Danny fighting with each other as adults. You're like, yeah, that could actually happen. Like getting mad at each other and
It
like,
should happen.
but like the kids having an all-out brawl, karate style,
every couple weeks,
every
at the
other
school.
day, yeah.
They broke a kid in the school.
Yeah, hospitalizing kids, and they're like, "Let's fight again."
and
Now we're best friends.
everyone was back to school.
Yeah.
Not even a suspension.
No.
Not even a detention.
Yeah,
Like there's no ramifications. That valley has been fucked up. They should eliminate karate in that valley long ago.
yeah,
Long ago.
yeah.
As soon as fucking what's this, Caruso?
Daniel
Caruso?
LaRusso?
LaRusso. As soon as LaRusso fucked with that poor Johnny kid,
Yeah.
they should have shut that shit down.
I also didn't know that the guy who plays Kreese was like 80. That dude looks amazing.
Yeah.
But I also am positive I could kick Kreese's ass.
Nope.
Shit.
You could kick any of their asses. I saw the cast on a talk show, and they were like, well, who's an actual karate person? And one of the worst cast members, like when you watch the show,
Hawk?
No.
The nerdy guy.
no, the girl, LaRusso's daughter, is an actual black belt. And when you watch her on the show, I mean, they all look pretty bad.
But she's a black belt. Like every 9-year-old gets a black belt.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, she is the least fuckable chick on that show, and they keep propping her up as this like
Dude, she's engaged to the other head guy.
I saw that, and my daughter showed me a picture of her like in the wild.
Yeah.
She's way better looking in the wild, but the way they have her like done up in that
Yeah.
show, I'm like, how is she a love interest?
Right.
This is doing nothing for me.
You talk about the black belt thing. I know some people that have black belts,
Yeah.
and it's like laughable because they don't see it, they believe it.
Right.
I had a buddy whose wife got a black belt in Taekwondo or whatever, and she was 105 pounds, super fit, but she did it for 2 years and got her black belt, and then when she got it, she was like not joking, telling me she could beat the shit out of me.
Right.
And I was like,
Now, don't ever challenge a jujitsu guy because it takes 25 years
Yes.
to get a black belt, and
I
they can kill you.
Yeah.
I have messed with some jujitsu people, just like feel it out. It's exhausting.
Yeah.
To try
Yeah.
to do anything with those people. The way
Yeah.
they're grabbing you and then as soon as you hit the ground, your energy is literally leaving your body the whole time. They're squeezing you in ways that you're just getting weaker.
I did have a jiu-jitsu guy tell me, this was when I was in college, we were at Turney House and we've both been drinking. He was like, yeah, I'm a badass. He's like, I can let you get me in a headlock and I can get out easily. And the headlock was, he bent forward and I just got him up under his chin and he could not get out.
I haven't had a similar experience. Every jujitsu dude I've gone up against, I've been like, this is tiring.
Yeah.
It has not gone well for me. I don't fight jujitsu people anymore.
No.
They should have to wear like a name tag.
But anyone,
It's called an affliction shirt. And
Oh,
they do
that's
it.
right. That's right.
but anyone that does karate in one of those
Strip malls.
stereotypical
Yeah.
strip mall, with a bunch of kindergartners, that
Yeah.
their parents are posting their shit on Facebook. Even if you're an adult and you go to that, you're nothing. I'm
The
sorry.
funny thing is
Wow, that's a bold statement.
The funny thing is like how they take the board breaking seriously, and
Right.
it's like a 5-year-old breaking boards. I'm like, and you're giving these people false confidence.
Right.
Like they literally are going out in the wild thinking they could fuck somebody
I'm
up.
gonna disarm that guy with a gun. No,
Yeah.
don't do that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Or I'm gonna go up to that bully who's twice my size, and I'm going to show them.
Right.
I'm going to give them the what for, because they don't know that. Dong's Karate trained me up.
But the black belt test is like break 3 pieces of balsa wood, run 2 miles in 14 minutes. I mean, it's like
A lot of it's kata. Like, it's just learn these moves in a
Right.
certain order. It's like,
Yeah,
so it's just a memory thing. Like,
So it's like dancing.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
yeah, that's exactly right. It's ballet.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that, like, my youngest son, when
And
he was,
ballet, I'm not even knocking ballet, but no ballerina is going to be like, I can fucking take you.
yeah, and they can kick over your head.
Right.
You
But
more
like-
scared of a strip mall black belt or a ballerina?
A ballerina. She can kick over my head.
Fair.
My youngest son did taekwondo at one of those places when he was 6, and it was good for him because they didn't fuck around. Like, when you were on that mat, you were listening. So he got a lot out of it from that aspect. But like, he only did it for 2 years probably. He never got to the point where he was a black belt and he thought he was a badass because he was so young. But like, I love that the discipline. And
Yeah. I'm not even saying it's a bad thing.
No.
I'm saying, like you said, it's false confidence that you are now a badass. Like, no,
Yeah.
you're not. Like that is also if you're Chuck Norris, I think you're susceptible to other martial arts as a karate expert.
Yeah.
Let's not
Well,
besmirch Chuck Norris.
yeah. Why is Chuck Norris taking straight?
I'm not doing this.
Actually,
Well-
he isn't even karate. I think he's a different discipline.
Yeah, he's all the disciplines.
I mean, the UFC figured that out quick, fast, and in
Right.
a hurry when they were like, let's see how the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guy does against the sumo wrestlers. Like, oh, well, guess what happened?
Yeah.
Like, now they don't even, most people don't even train in the,
Yeah,
they
the
they
karate-
train
Dude,
in
that's
MMA.
that's how you come up. You come up under a discipline.
No.
And then as soon as you get to a certain level,
Not
you have to
anymore.
now. No, I'm saying like you start somewhere.
Not
You're a
any-
jujitsu guy. You're a boxer.
Now you
you're a
train in
Greco-Roman.
MMA. You train it, and most of that is based out of jiu-jitsu. There's no more like,
But
I'm
that's what I'm
doing
saying.
karate and then going to MMA.
Right.
You're already behind the 8 ball.
You get to a point, and then it's like, okay, well your boxing isn't good enough to make it to this level. So now you've got to learn that you constantly are having to learn.
If you're going
all
to
the
be a
different
fighter,
styles.
you're either training jiu-jitsu and or boxing, and then you're going to the MMA. But
At which point you learn other disciplines
Yes,
though,
but-
so you can compete.
it's basically those 2 disciplines. It's throwing hands and what to do when you're rolling around on the ground. Like, there's none of this karate stuff.
Right.
You know,
You don't see a lot of people that are like, yeah,
No, because
I'm
karate,
karate.
once you're on the ground, you are a turtle on your back.
But that's why you have to learn jujitsu.
That's what I'm
why
saying.
You have to learn all the best of the best are people that have their discipline in multiple.
Jiu-jitsu plus hands.
Would you say they're disciplined in mixed martial arts?
Touche.
Yeah.
I think that was your point.
Yeah.
You're just using, see, when you use it as a definition, not as a word, but you see, when you say MMA, acronyms suck my balls.
No, I'm just saying, if you like did karate for the first 15 years of your life, you're like behind the 8 ball. Like, these kids have been grappling since they were 6. Like,
Yeah, they're
good
at a
luck.
different level.
Yeah, they're just gonna they're gonna do a single leg sweep, take you down to the ground, and fold you up like a pretzel while dropping elbows on your face.
But I think it all starts with strip mall karate.
The best, yeah. The best is those fake guys you see on the internet, that like where somebody rushes at them
Oh
and they
my
just
God.
go woo, and then just the person falls down like they got
They use
hit by a sniper.
electrons.
Yeah.
Yeah. They use
how
the
it's
force.
I dig it. Yo, I'm looking at this. Am I,
Have we given them enough?
it's an hour 30.
Then we've given them enough.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Dave, you still got something you want to talk about?
Nope.
Nope.
You didn't finish the sentence.
Bro, he didn't have anything he wanted to talk about this entire time.
Do we ever?
No, for a day with no topics, I was like, boy, we really don't have any topics. We only hit one.
Well-
Oh, no, 2.
Well, we didn't have any, so I don't know how we hit 2.
Well, I was literally writing down some bullshit. I went back through the weeks past,
Yeah.
and I was like 3-4 months back, and I was like, oh, we never did cover that.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Producing.
there has to be 5 minutes of production beforehand. It's just how it's done.
Yeah.
That's how
Professional.
it's done. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in and week out. I do want to give a shout out to Aaron for dropping the Venmo comments. That is my favorite comment.
That is solid.
He's our favorite right now.
Yeah, number one with the bullet
Yep.
at the moment. So thank you. If anyone else wants to send Venmo comments, we will read them. You just send it to
At Inside the Pallet House on Venmo.
that's the one. That sounds great. If you need a pair of sunglasses, head over to nectarsunglasses.com. Don't let it fool you. Spring is around the corner. You're going to have sniffles in about a week. The pollen is coming. Your eyes are going to be nasty and red. Hide them. Hide them with some Nectar sunglasses. Polarized lenses.
I feel so bad for people that have seasonal allergies. Like, it just sounds like the worst.
It's miserable.
Like, just going outside hurts you.
It started today. I knew they were coming, and I thought, I need some Nectars.
There you go.
You head over to nectarsunglasses.com, drop ITPH in the coupon code.
And it
get
cures your
20%
seasonal
off.
allergies?
No. Just makes you look better.
Okay.
Makes you look better.
Treats a symptom.
If you get spring fever, decide it's time to refinance your home or go buy a new home, head over to screendoormortgage.com.
There you go.
They will help what is kind of a difficult, stressful situation. They will at least take the mortgage part out of there and give you the best service you could possibly have. Make that part a little less stressful.
That sounds nice.
Are you allowed to say that?
Yeah, I'm allowed to say that.
Okay. Just want to make sure. There could be some stressed out people that still walk out. They're not stress free. Is that false advertising?
Here's what I can tell you. I've done multiple mortgages and refinances with Screen Door Mortgage, and that has been the only part of the experience that didn't stress me out.
Perfect.
Sign me up.
Finding a house was a pain in the ass.
Yes.
There you go. If you got topics, send them to insidethepallethouse@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.
We would greatly love to hear from you.
Yes.
We
Always
need topics.
rate and review. And do us a favor. Turn your friends on to this shit.
Yeah.
Cincinnati Swap 'em. I was looking at our numbers today. They're down despite good content.
Not
what the
good.
fuck? Tell your friends about it. Get those numbers back
I
up.
think we're coming up on year 9.
10, 12.
10.
Nobody fucking knows.
Too
Doing
long?
this a long time.
Yeah.
Tell your friends. Damn.
It's hard
Quite the
out
clear.
here.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We do appreciate you, despite how the end sounds like we don't. We'll be talking to you next week. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, and happy birthday, Charlie. I want to throw that out there.
That's a pretty good podcast, don't you think?
The best part of grade school karate is learning how to wax a car.
Tell all the great start.